We're here with John Miller, the chief of the Biloxi Police Department. It's been about 24 hours since spring break began, and how's it going so far?
Well, I think the weather has put a damper on the crowd that we expected. I'm going to estimate probably somewhere around 40,000. Don't hold me to that. That could change after I look at the aerial footage that we had earlier today, and to look at some of the other devices we have out that actually count cars. So I may change that, but right now I'm going to say around 40,000. Early on, we saw that a lot of folks were calling and canceling their rooms due to the weather. So, but we've still had a crowd, and our traffic plan has worked very well. A few little flaws here and there, but it's worked very, very well. When we left the traffic open as long as we could in 4 lanes. I hoped that we would leave it open the whole day today, but unfortunately we had to shut it down to 1 lane probably 3 hours ago in order to make that emergency lane available again.
You've been very judicious in how you've used this traffic plan, and you haven't even had to vent.
We have not had to vent. We've not had to vent, and I think if you remember, we said that we were doing this in stages, and each stage we would wait and see how that stage, how that was going to clear things for us.
And you've been happy with the way it's gone so far? I can see cars that are moving.
Right. I've been very happy with the way things are going so far.
So you got a big concert tonight at the Coliseum, and they've sold, what, in the neighborhood of 10,000 tickets. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Well, that's probably, yeah, it's a thing. I mean, it's probably down 1,000 tickets from last. If it's 10,000, it's probably down 1,000 from last year. But again, look at the weather.
And when I say good thing or bad thing, I mean as far as traffic is concerned.
Well, and any time you're trying to put 10,000 people into the Coliseum right off of Highway 90, it's a problem because everybody has to slow down to turn in. That slows our 1-lane traffic down. But we've kept it moving very well. When we see those things are happening, sometimes we're forcing people up both wads to that gate, just to help us move the traffic a little quicker. So it's working well. The majority of the people that you see on the beach now are cruisers. They're doing exactly what they want to do. They just want to cruise. You may think that they're stuck in a traffic, but they're turning around and getting back in it. That's actually what they want to do is cruise. So we've had to go in. We've had this afternoon. We've had to implement the no turnarounds. We've had to do that, and that probably will stay for the rest of the evening. And then we've had to. Certainly, we've had to close down northbound lanes to keep people on 90. I went down Pass Road a little while ago. Pass Road was completely opened up. The traffic was moving very, very well.
Everybody was concerned that this was just going to shut the city down, and you just haven't seen that happen. Have you noticed that people are? What's been their demeanor of the people here who are visitors?
Everything for us so far, and I can't speak for the other cities. I can only speak for what I've been told here. But everything's been mostly positive. But again, remember, we expected 125,000, we got 40,000. If we had 125,000, it would have been a completely different animal than we're dealing with right now. And I think the traffic plan's working. I think people have been for the most part, pretty gracious and have done what we've asked them to do. Now, we'll always have a few knuckleheads in every crowd.
In any event, let me ask you, have there been a lot of arrests, or do you know?
There's been about. Well, I can only update in the mornings, and I haven't updated yet today. So we had about 30 arrests.
Is that about what you expected, or?
Yeah, that's about what I expected, and most of those were after hours. And when you're talking about after hours, you're talking about nightclubs. When you're talking about nightclubs, you're talking about alcohol.
Gotcha.
And so the majority of those, I would venture to say, were probably alcohol related.
Okay, so at the midway point, which I guess is about where we are of spring break, you're kind of pleased with the way things are going. The weather has been a big factor, though.
The weather has been a big factor, and we think that tonight the weather. I don't think people are going to leave.
Yeah.
I think people are going to go to nightclubs earlier. I think a lot of people who may not have planned to go to the Coliseum may now be buying tickets because we've seen that that ticket jumped from 9,000 to almost 10,000 in just the last 5 or 6 hours. And then there'll probably be some pop-up parties and some of the casinos and the bars that nobody expects to happen. Because people want to stay out of the weather.
So does this event keep you on your toes?
It does. It's no different than any other year. It's fluid every year. We have to stay fluid, and the event itself is ever changing. So you just have to be on your toes and trying to predict what's going to happen next.
It appears to me that there's been great cooperation among the law enforcement entities, and you've even got MEMA here.
Yeah, I tell you what, everybody's worked great. The Harrison County Sheriff's Department, we absolutely could not do this without them. On the money, those guys are professional. They jump right in there and help us every way that they can. Gulfport Police Department, I know they're dealing with their own issues over there, but they're there for us. We know that. As far over as Pascagoula, you know, they've called us, and anything that we need. The Jackson County Sheriff, I talked to him just a few minutes ago, and he said, hey, if you need relief, let me know, and if we need to send you some people over and relieve some of yours, we will. So all those are things that we keep in the back of our mind.
How's your out-of-towners, the ones that you swore in just a couple days ago? Has this been an eye-opening experience for them?
Well, I think it has been for some of them. Some of them have, they've been very gracious about taking direction and not jumping in the middle of something. They're asking questions before they jump in the middle of it. And we did several briefings. We even went over paperwork. We went over conduct. We swore them in as Biloxi policemen and explained to us that's a very important.
They're policemen, but they weren't Biloxi policemen.
They weren't Biloxi policemen. So, but I'm gonna tell you, I've been very pleased. Very, very pleased.
Is your boss happy?
As far as I can tell, he is.
John, thank you very much. We appreciate it. Any closing words?
No, just continue to be vigilant. Continue to please don't let anybody upset you in traffic. Just take your time. We've told you ahead of time, if you're down here, you know that it's crowded. So just take your time, and you'll get where you're going eventually.
Thank you very much, Chief Miller.
Thank you.